I'm here with Shel Holtz. Shel, you're going to be speaking this afternoon about games and gamification in communications programs.
Absolutely, and looking forward to it.
Your session is speaking to a group of communicators and marketers. What are the two key takeaways from your session?
Well, first of all, that games and gamification are both going to play huge roles in communications going forward. The fact that we have a generation of people who have grown up playing games, they've grown up learning and advancing playing games, and now the popularization of both casual social games on Facebook that so many people play, and the move to a lot of games on mobile phones. And we're seeing a lot of this with gamification too. In fact, on my way here this morning, I drove from my home across the bay, and I had to fill up on gas. I went to a Phillips 66 station, and on the pump, one of those pump toppers, was a game you can download designed to help you keep your kids quiet, the quiet game. How long can you go being quiet? That's actually gamification, because kids don't want to be quiet, but now you're giving them a way to have fun and be engaged to be quiet. So I think that's really an important point to make, is that these are coming. And as we're able to apply these to our communication goals, we're going to have the opportunity to really generate a lot of success and be very effective through these channels that make doing something that usually isn't fun and engaging.
How does the average corporate communicator determine whether they have a program that's appropriate for gamification?
Well, first of all, there are so many elements to gamification, the ways that we take things that are usually sort of mundane or unpleasant or undesirable and make them fun and engaging. That you really have to understand those various elements and figure out which ones are going to apply to your campaign or your program or your communication effort. For example, one of the most common elements is badging, earning a badge for having done, having achieved a certain set of tasks or done a certain number of things, taken a certain number of steps. So is badging actually going to make this fun and engaging for people? At another level, there is the completion bar. You see this now on a lot of profiles where it says you're 30% complete, you're 60% complete. This is the feedback element that we have of games. Is that going to help people get through a survey or building a profile where you're experiencing a lot of people dropping out halfway through? So you have to look at it, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, and understand these elements of gamification to see if they're going to help with what it is that you're trying to accomplish.
Do you have a set of training people should be looking at so they can prepare themselves to do it right?
Well, the first thing that people need to do is understand the principles of gaming, game mechanics, game design. Just like we understood, 30 years ago, the mechanics of printing and the elements of great print design. We didn't have to do that ourselves. We knew which vendors to go work with or which people in the organizations we were going to bring into a project. But we knew what good design was. We knew what we wanted. We understood what good printing was and what went into a Class A job, where we were going to use a blind emboss or a foil stamp or something like that, and relied on other people to execute. I personally think we're going to see game designers working in PR agencies and in corporations in the next few years. So we have to know when it is we want to bring them into a project, and we also have to know what it is we want from them, and then rely on them for their skills and their capabilities to work with us to execute. But I do think we have to understand those fundamentals and not abdicate that to somebody else. And this is why I think so many of these things go wrong that is leading to this kind of skepticism. For example, a lot of gamification is going to make people focus on individual achievement when maybe the thing that you're trying to do is get more collaboration. So that would be an ineffective use that wasn't applied strategically.
Shel Holtz, thank you very much.
My pleasure.